Hello, this is Spiritual Prophet 1 with a personal service announcement. Any person or conglomerate, government entity, or entities that utilizes my psychic readings and predictions for their own benefit and advancement and or the harm and destruction of society, humanity, even myself reap immediate karma and judgment in the form of their own destruction, immediate demise by their own hands, or by meeting themselves in an enemy who is just as formidable and powerful than they are. And this is for the revenge of those that they tried to oppress, harm, and destroy. All right, hello everyone. Welcome to One Message in a Bottle Tarot. My name is One, and I am your spiritual advisor. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. Make sure that you subscribe, hit the notification bell. If it doesn't work, keep checking the channel for updates. All right. Definitely like the video to show your love and support. Meet us over in VIP Patreon for my most exclusive psychic readings, breaking news, world predictions, and such. All right. We are working late, so we're just going to jump right in and get to it again. Check the description box below, okay, for everything you need to be present and in the building for VIP all access mainly. All right. Happy June, happy June, happy June. It is officially summertime and Month. All right. As promised, I want to get the energy surrounding Pride Month, the LGBTQ community. Okay. Everybody who has been paying attention has noticed a lot of things bubbling under and over. Okay. So I want to look at the energy surrounding the community and what we can expect. Okay. Here. Pride Month into this summer and beyond this year. Next, look at that. June. Okay. It's very much given. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Okay. Yeah, I'm talking to you, your spirit team, ancestors. You see the angel wings. All right. To anybody that's lost anyone. Okay. Um, my condolences. Um, so yeah, it's very much giving. Yes, I'm talking to you. If you're going to listen at any time, this would be the time that you need to listen and pay attention. Okay, here. And I don't know, this angel wings is kind of giving me an ominous a little bit feeling that to expect some aspects of the community rights, so to speak, to be put to rest. This could also denote. I see there was there was a video I put on billionaire my divine feminine channel. Okay, that was a message from a gay man in the LGBT community who was speaking on down low men. And basically, what he was saying was he was warning unsuspected divine feminines that were looking for relationships, looking to be married, preserving themselves, for such church girls, that anybody that's vulnerable, basically, and to be aware that a lot of the skyrocketing rates as far as when it comes to STDs, communicable diseases that you can't get rid of, diseases that you can die from. The source is DL Men. It was a PSA, it was a warning. And so this angel, she kind of has this like feminine hair, and then we have these flowers down here at the bottom in red. All right. And so I feel like that is a double warning, not only to the community, the LGBT community, but also to women. All right, here to be aware, be vigilant, protect yourself, know your status, know who you're dating, know who before you go. Okay, down below. Okay, very much so. You see how I rhymed that, but no, I'm dead ass serious. All right, know before you go. Um, and all of that, be very vigilant before you lay down and sleep with anybody, because I do unfortunately see um a lot of fatalities municipalities where this is concerned. Now, it's something about these months of the year is coming up. All right. Something could have started in March. Okay. This could also mean marches and protests. Okay. To be prepared for that, for rights. Okay. Here, much in the same energy as uh, women marching for women's rights. Expect marches for gay rights, LGBT rights coming up. Okay. Let's see where I was. All right. All right. Clarify June. Okay. Predictions. LGBT Pride Month. Yeah. And I literally just, as soon as I heard, they were like, no, it's just June. It's just June. So there could be some move again to remove it. I think they already did that. All right. I also noticed a tweet on the timeline that, somebody was clocking how many brands, changed their logos and did that. Now last year there was a big uproar about Target and their huge display and support. I think the NFL put out a little bit of something and people are getting riled up above that, but there is this kind of erasure sort of energy. We're claiming our calendar back. We're claiming the rainbow is what I'm hearing. Okay, we're claiming all of these things back where they rightfully belong. All right, we have I and we have rat. So someone is working against you behind your back. So this is very much giving monitoring. Okay, monitoring spirits. All right, here. um Infiltration. Okay. People within, the camp, within the community, showing up at rallies or various outings in June. Okay. To report back some intel. Why? So if you're at, an LGBT event, a pride event, and something seems wrong, somebody's moving weird, you can tell when somebody don't belong. You can tell an agent, you can tell an ops, you really can. They're like the fucking cyborg. They don't know how to behave normally. Okay. I don't know what makes them think, okay, that they can like blend into society, but they literally don't know how. They stick out like sore thumbs. All right. So I would definitely say at these LGBT and pride events, be aware, okay, of ops infiltrating, okay, within the events, people, troublemakers, okay, or spies or something like that. uh you'll be able to tell because they're gonna be moving weird. You look at them and then they're like, and normal people don't behave like that. Normally when you look at somebody, they look back or whatever, they may nod or they may frown or whatever. But normal people behavior, when you look, you know what I mean, it just is normal people behavior. Somebody that is there up to no good, or somebody that is spying on you, getting intel or whatever, they're gonna do their best to, start fidgeting with something. And okay, that's how you know that they are ops. Something about July. This is in reverse. So June, July comes to a head. All right, here, or something could get turned upside down in July. There's something about again, it's March, June, July. Here, something about lies too. Okay, or you lie or debunking some type of lies or saying something. All right, but something gets turned on its head, maybe around. Okay, here, Pride Month predictions. All right, that's what I just said. All right. There's the energy of a mole and there's the energy of being targeted, kind of like, um the immigrants are being targeted by ICE right now, and it's like kind of like you're up next. So we have Peacock. Beware of great pride. All right, here. So again, there's something about keeping there's some type of entity tracking movements. They will be embedded within these festival, marches, whatever you have going on. I would say beware of grape pride. Maybe at the festivals that are most flamboyant, okay? Every year they get riled up about the ones where people are just absolutely nude. I think St. Louis has one of them, where just people was just naked, okay? And it's like, baby, it's kids, so something like that, all right? Here could be targeted, all right? The most flamboyant displays. All right, here. Pride Month, June predictions. Good advice from a wise person, the owl. All right, that's me. And again, this is falling on the June. For some, spiritual practices, the owl not only represents wisdom, it is an omen of death. Okay. For some, and it's highlighting this angel. And again, so it's kind of like there's a target on those that are most proud of, most prideful, the most LGBT, the gayest, okay, that this is somebody, they whole car painted rainbow, like they eyeshadow, like they just pride it out. All right, I feel like those types will be targeted for some type of violence. They're bringing to mind that one of the men from that cartoon show that's very popular. He was one of the voices. It's just it was in the news today. Okay, I forget his name. Modern Family or something like that. I think he was one of the characters. And he was gay and he got murdered. All right, for I guess yesterday on Pride Month. Okay, so be aware and be careful. All right, here that there's somebody monitoring your movements, possibly to see if you're keep your discernment and intuition about you, because I do feel like somebody is monitoring movements to pose some type of attack, putting an end. All right, here, two members of your community. Yeah, we have target. You are going to be targeted outright. All right. Now, this says a goal oriented person. So, again, there are already strategies with this eye, with this rat being set out. All right. To target you. Okay. Here, take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. Okay, we have sharks. So again, that's also giving targeting corporations that may lend support. You may the gay community, pride community may find that where they had corporate sponsors and things that were very vocal, people start protesting and all of that, in the name of family, nuclear family, that these corporations start losing support if they say anything in regards to, okay, so I see some applied pressure. It was in reverse, and so again, I feel like you will be sold out. Okay, those that you counted on for like as allies, they will be selling you out, selling intel, selling knowledge to protect their own assets. All right, here. Now, on this July in reverse, we have clouds. Okay, we do have temporary problems, but that I feel like if July was upright, then it would be like, yeah, this storm or, these clouds, they're temporary. But since July is literally reversed and upside down, is very much giving me the energy. Maybe something, reaches a fever peak, a fever pitch. Okay. But I feel like this energy is here to stay. Again, we have October. We have feathers. Someone is undependable and insincere. Okay. Here. So this seems like something that perpetuates um um throughout the year. Okay. I don't know. Who is this feather energy? All right. Someone is undependable and insincere. These cards are really hard to that is too many. All right. Clarify this feather. All right. So dog close up, pleasure with the close friends. And so again, those that you had allies with will be turned ops. Those that you formed allegiances with, maybe even educated, others about LGBT, the movement, some secret, some intel, that intel will be used against you. All right. Happiness, well being, and we have stars, okay? So this could be celebrity if we do all three, since they all three came out together. And I'm asking about someone becomes undependable or someone is insincere. Those who showed allegiance before and were like happy, they could be getting ostracized. They could be losing deals and sponsorships. All right. So you will see a lot of celebrities backing away from being so outspoken and speaking for um pride and LGBT rights and all of that, because they're going to lose money. Okay. Here, not hiring, not like nothing. It's like anybody, kind of like people do when people support Trump. Anybody. I see that energy kind of where the LGBT community is stigmatized, and so anybody that is showing any form of support, especially if they're a corporation, celebrity, or anything, they kind of get blacklisted. I feel like most of this is from again, people in high places, but people on the ground, okay, civilians, type of things. Yeah, we have ring, we have turkey, someone is behaving stupidly, and we have fan, romance, and party. Again, a lot of people on the ground, people are constantly yelling, stop forcing this on us, stop, So you'll see a lot more people getting vocal and speaking against, all right, um, some agendas that they feel forced, whether it's in school, corporations, stores, social media, TV, commercials, all right, and a lot more people promoting the nuclear family, maybe even calling out the LGBT community. It could get down to religion. Okay, again, because this turkey says someone is behaving stupidly. People could get very, very ignorant. So where you may have seen, a lot of heterosexual men or people just kind of just mind their own business. There has been this underlying bubbling energy where they felt attacked, they felt ostracized, simply because of their own. I'm just a straight person, I'm married, I got kids. Why do I feel like if I say that this is something that I don't agree with, all of a sudden I'm homophobic, or I'm having, so it's kind of giving an Uno reverse type of energy, all right, back on this community, maybe because uh you know the PR was just overkill. All right, here I see it as it's a great pushback. All right, and I've said before in some of the channeled energy that I do feel like the community has to be aware, um, of it, possibly with this turkey, someone's behaving stupid. People calling for it being diagnosed as some type of, mental illness or something like that. Like, I feel like it's going to get ignorant. Okay. Here we have not unsuccessful plans. We have parrot in reverse. Somebody will gossip about all of your secrets. And then we have vulture, depression, anxiety, and worry that someone is annoying you. So I do feel like this spreads like wildfire, and any attempts to kind of be dismissive about it, it just feels like this is going to be happening at every turn. All right. Justice with the scales, keep your life in balance. Lightning, central your anger, or you'll be scary. So something about the justice system, all right, more laws being made to possibly limit, all right, um the rights that you have, okay, or um retracting some that they've already given. We have egg success, assured with good plans and hard work. And again, there's something about unsuccessful plans. This is in reverse. This is giving me concept of life and things of that nature. Who can have a baby? Only women and all of that. Like, I feel like it get real deep. It get real ugly. It get real sticky. All right. And I understand your right to defend yourself and all of that and have your opinion, but at the same time, and I don't know why these were left in here. Yeah, see, I know what I'm talking about. Okay, this was left in the box. I didn't even know it was left in the box. So I understand your right to have, you know, this is the hill you want to die on or whatever, but just be careful, okay? Because I feel like there's some extremism with this scissors and this dog. You know, people being crazy enough to try and cut people down. And when you say they came and they started cutting people down, okay, it's giving violence. All right. Here, older men, there's a lot of energy here. Okay, firecrackers. Okay, in the name of people just maybe even hetero men. I'm tired of my masculinity being threatened, or they are threatened. We got to protect extremism when it comes to the LGBT community. Here, problems resolved in reverse with the moon. And spiritual love here, and the bag something important such as a new job. Again, this, if you pray to somebody, you might want to start praying, okay, here, because the things that you're going to see, the things that are going to be enacted, all right, in the name of, I guess, righting wrongs or restoring justice, or again, harmony, peace in the name of religion or whatever. There could be discrimination at work or through jobs or something like that. All right, here, the news will perpetuate these negative things, or whatever the propaganda is. The news will be part of that. And again, I keep getting this energy of cutting down, frying pan, carrot, luring, okay, unsuspected people into these areas where trouble has been um, planned out, pre-planned attacks, premeditated attacks. Okay, here, we have a sincere wish will be granted. Okay, again, I feel like some people are will be vigilant enough. Like there's a fanaticism here, that a fanaticism, an energy of fanaticism that can't be ignored. I remember speaking about this 2 and 3 years ago, saying about um uh racism and discrimination, and that fanaticism rising up again, racism, using religion as a shield for racism, all of this, and nobody really paid attention until late 2023, 2024, and it became very, very real quick. Fortunately, all the black people had a conversation, and we like, listen, do what you do, as you will, we gonna sit this one out. Okay, and I feel like that has worked. Now it seems, I do feel like maybe because of efforts in the past, um where the community where the community may have been active with marches and all of that. I would just say have some discernment, because again, I do feel like there will be adjutants, and the goal is to hurt people. I'm not even going to mince words, okay? So just be aware. I know it's a hill you want to die on, but you may want to take a cue from, you know, the colored people and sit it out, okay? Because these things are pre-planned, all right, so they can have the leverage and the fuel that they need, all right, to do what they've been wanting to do. All right, give me June predictions in general for the community, for the collective. Okay, June predictions. What can we expect? What can we look forward to? Expose it. June predictions. All right, so something happening with the UK. We have Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth. All right, here. So there could be a shake. Well, maybe we woke up to the UK saying that they was ready for war or whatever because Ukraine done bombed a Russian nuclear ship. All right, here. So something big. It could be in the royal line of succession happens in June. We got Queen Elizabeth. That's the queen. Maybe Catherine get crowned queen because God. Okay, listen, he's still here, but I don't know. I'm trying to think of either something crazy is going to happen in the UK or we get a new monarchy. Okay, where William and Catherine are crowned. All right, and you get a new queen. Okay, what's her name? All right, hello everyone. I wanted to drop in. Okay, I hope everyone is happy, safe, loved, and protected. All right, and just give you some inside details on VIP for those that are new and for those that have been here. Now, a lot of the tiers are self explanatory royals, celebrities, politics, K pop. All right, but there are also additional tiers on there that I feel like a few people are confused about. All right, so you have the all access tier that gives you access to all of my psychic readings across all of my YouTube platforms. All right, and in VIP. Now, there is a spiritual guidance, okay, tiers. You are able to book your own monthly personal psychic counseling, all right, through VIP. That gives you access a tier of one psychic reading. The advanced tier is up to 3 psychic readings a month. Of course, you still get all of the access to the psychic readings, the zodiac predictions. All right, the perk is you get spiritual guidance monthly from me on a subject and topic of your choice. All right.